Happy Prime Big Deal Days #1. Before we even jump into the video, make sure you click the subscribe button if you're new here, because tomorrow I am bringing you 75 additional deals that I'm not even talking about today, meaning we're gonna cover 150 deals today and tomorrow total, and I am so excited for this video. Everything is gonna be numbered up on screen and linked in the description bar and comment section. I'll have a little pop-up right here with the item that I'm talking about. And I don't have like specific info on every single deal, but again, just kind of use this as a guide. Deals can change, lightning deals can pop up, things can sell out. So more or less, this is an overview and a guide to kind of my favorites on Prime Day, but again, nothing's like an absolute. So we'll go ahead and get started with #1. And these caffeine eye masks are such a good deal. This is a pack of 25. These are definitely more affordable than some other ones that I have shared in years past. And while I didn't have specific deal info on these caffeine eye masks, I will say that these, I believe, were a top seller on Prime Day in July, just like kind of across the board. So very, very popular product. #2 is the Bioionic curling iron, and this one's right around 39% off. So this is actually on my wish list this year because I keep seeing people talk about it. I don't know if they have different size curling irons on a deal, but the one that I am linking is the one that is showing that it will be about 39% off on the sale. Product #3 is the Dyson Air Straight. Now this actual model is the one that will take your hair from soaking wet to bone dry and straight. Dyson does have a few different models, and then of course with like the Dyson Airwrap you can get a straighter look, but this is actually a straightener that works on wet hair. It's only about 6% off, but hey, Dysons are pretty expensive, so I feel like that's actually a pretty good deal because any discount is definitely better than retail price. The L'Occitane shower oil is on a deal. And when I first saw this in July, I could not believe it. I bought a little like repurchase, like refill of my shower oil because I use this all the time. And sure enough, I need another one. So that is what I am going to get on this Prime Day. This is one of my favorite brands, but I do believe they only have like their hand cream, their shower oil, I think even maybe their lotion on this. They don't have every product that they feature, but regardless, there is not one thing that I have tried from this brand that I haven't loved. And this will be about 20% off on the sale, so that is huge. L'Occitane is such a luxury brand, and I literally use their shower oil every single night. The next product is the Laneige blurring powder. I got this back in May at the YouTube Summer House and have been hooked ever since. When I say blurring, I don't think you guys understand. Like, this literally makes you look like you are airbrushed. This does come with a little puff that will be right here, but I actually took that out. What I love is when you open this, that actually is like a little, I don't know, I can't even, let me see if I can show you. When you push down on the product, that's how you're able to release the powder. So it's not a pressed powder, but it also isn't completely loose. And that is just really, really nice. It does also have a mirror. And the reason that I'm doing this on camera is because I just realized I probably could use a touch up, and I was like, hey, you know, what's the harm in showing them how good it is? So this blurs your pores, and it is going to be around 30% off on Prime Day. Now, #6, I couldn't get a ton of info on whether all of the OPI products were gonna be on a deal or just this one, but they do have their quick dry line on the Prime Day deals. I couldn't get any specific deal info. Again, I have like a little list here, and I will say that they don't have their standard colors in the quick dry. So it's not like you could get OPI Cajun Shrimp. I'm sure they have a comparable color in a quick dry formula, but just something to know if you're someone who is like religious about just a handful of nail colors, especially with OPI. It doesn't look like they're one and the same, but I love a good quick dry polish. I have quick dry polish on my nails right now, and I think that that really is such a game changer when it comes to doing your nails yourself, because who has the time to like sit like this for 40 minutes? I mean, I'm a mother of 2 children. I just can't do it. The Saint Tropez Self Tanner is 25% off on Prime Big Deal Days, you guys. That is huge. Again, a luxury brand. Saint Tropez is such a good self tanner. Smells really good, has a great color. It's not too orange, doesn't stink, you know, just applies very easily. There are a few different kinds, but my personal favorite formula from Saint Tropez is the one that you can wear it for an hour for light color or up to 3 hours for a darker color. I love when I don't have to wear something for 6 to 8 hours. Sometimes, you know, I get it, but it's just nice to be able to have like a little quick 1 to 3 hours, depending on how dark I want to be, and then I'm good to go. So I love Saint Tropez. Again, 25% off is insane. The T3 Air 360 is on a deal for 16% off. You guys, I have considered buying this so many times because I am such a T3 girl and I love my Dyson Airwrap so much. I use it almost every day and I'm just like, I want to try it so bad. So I think we have, 16% off. I really think I might get it on the sale, but it is a like Dyson Airwrap similar model. I don't quite know how it compares because I've never tried it, but who knows? Maybe by this time next year, I'll be like, yeah, I'm a T3 girl through and through, even their Air 360. So 16% off is pretty good, especially because this is already at a retail price of significantly cheaper than the Dyson. The Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Liner, I have it sitting right here because I was touching up my lip color right before hitting record. The color that I wear every day is Buff, and this is 40% off, 40. There are a lot of Tarte products that are on this sale. Not everything, but I believe like the lip liners, mascaras, the Tarte Shape Tape. So there's a variety of Tarte products. Definitely you can pick and choose what you want. But when it comes to my favorite, the lip liner in Buff and then the tubing mascara are hands down my two favorite Tarte products. Number 10, the Medicube PDR and sheet masks are so freaking good. And I actually just realized as I'm filming this, I don't even think that I saw the Biodance collagen masks like as a item they expect to be a hot seller this year because Medicube has gone so viral. And these masks specifically, what I like them for, well, one, they reduce redness greatly. Two, they just calm my skin, make my pores look like non-existent. But three, my skin just glows. So I not only use the sheet masks, I use the serum, but it does look like we don't have deal info specifically. I'm hoping that it is a pretty good discount, but you can get, I believe, a 4-pack of these PDR and sheet masks. And let me just tell you something, stock up. You won't regret it. And you don't want to buy them and wait for them to come in and then not get the rest on sale because I'm telling you, you will be obsessed with these. Number 11 is the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Tint. I don't know why I have struggled to say that, but this is exactly as it sounds. You can put it on your lips as a lip color or your cheek. You can use this kind of when you're applying makeup or reapplying. For me, when it comes to liquid blushes, they're very pigmented, so I would only use this in the morning when I'm like doing my makeup, but that's totally up to you. Number 12, this was actually a top seller on all of Amazon, I believe in July, and it is a negative ionic blow dryer. Now again, I'm a Dyson Airwrap girly, and that does have a blow dryer attachment to it. So that is why I have never tried this, but very interesting if you are looking for one that is a little bit more affordable. Couldn't get, again, exact sale info on this one, at least on my end, but I do know that it was a top seller in July. The next product I actually have out for delivery today, and I have used this in the past, and I have not been that good about my neck skincare. I need to get better about it. And this is one that I think just like packs a punch. And so that's kind of why I need to get better about it. I want to start with this one. This is the Strivectin Tighten and Smooth Neck Cream. Specifically that little, the one that you see that's in the tall tube, so that you're going to actually be able to squeeze and then roll on your neck. And let me tell you something, this is powerful. So I do have some more affordable ones that I've shared in the past, but I just need to play catch up, and this is the thing that's gonna help me do that. Number 14, the Tower 28, I believe it's pronounced like hypochlorous spray. This is such a good spray for acne prone girlies, rosacea girls, if you have eczema. I believe this is even part of the, let me look. I believe this is even accepted by the, yes, National Psoriasis Foundation. So one thing about this is it is just going to calm your skin. It is antimicrobial, which is why I say it helps acne. But this brand, just, if you told me that this brand was created by someone who had just every skin problem in the book, like I would believe you, because everything that I've used from them plays well with oily skin, rosacea, eczema, acne, all the things. So this is just so calming. You can use it, again, pretty much on anything to kind of help disinfect, calm, and I believe they also even had the refill. So if you have this product and you love it, I think they even have like the full-size refill on a deal as well today. Now you're into the fashion category, and this is actually one of the things that I'm gonna be getting today because this sweater screams cozy fall. It's perfect. Anything Ann Rebess I absolutely love, and I will say I love it with Ann Rebess. The color you see on screen is the color you get when it comes in, and I've always said that about this brand. So I just like knowing that like this tan sweater, I have it right here, like it looks like a brownish beige color, and that's what it's gonna be when it comes in. It's not gonna be like super, super brown or a creamy off-white. So their stuff usually fits true to size as well. So that's something that is on my wish list. Number 16 is the checkered print Sherpa vest. This is also on my wish list, and it does look like this one is going to be 20% off. The fashion deals were definitely a little bit harder to kind of get specifics on because sometimes they change based on color or stock, but I did see that a lot of this actual like brand, they have a lot of different colors, are gonna be on the deal today. So this is really fun and trendy, a little bit different. And so something that I am considering buying. And then 17 is the CRZ Yoga Butterlux Skort. Now, I have purchased a skort from this brand before, but it wasn't the Butterlux. And it was amazing. Like truthfully, one of the most just comfortable skirts ever, but I will say it looks a little more athleisure. So just something to think about. You might be able, this one doesn't have the same seams in it as the one that I purchased. You might be able to dress this one up a little bit, but I definitely still think it has a more athleisure look to it. So if you're someone who's thinking, oh, I love wearing skirts and this is a skort, let me buy it, just know you may not be able to dress it up a ton. I did want to include this in the fashion category because it is truly an item that I carry every day in a fashion piece. So this is a bag organizer. I have the large and it actually fits in my medium Neverfull, and it holds a water bottle, which is so nice because one, it holds it upright so it's not gonna spill. This is 56% off, but they also have a variety of sizes and colors, and that's just nice because maybe you want it to be a little bit more, you know, you want it to blend in with your bag. I like mine to be really, really bright and vibrant so that when I'm reaching down in my purse, I can just like easily see what's hot pink and what's like what I'm reaching for, if that made sense. But this is just a great organizer. I have a few of them, but this is the first one that I have that has the water bottle holder, and I have to say I'll probably never buy them without the water bottle holder moving forward. Number 19 are these Hanes loungewear. Now, this didn't necessarily say pajamas. It did just say loungewear. To me, this looks like pajamas, but this was actually a top seller on Amazon in July. So I wanted to make sure I included it for those loungewear girlies like me. I love a good set. I think it's just perfect and comfortable and easy, and Hanes is such a good brand that usually fits true to size and is already at a great price point. Another wish list item for me, number 20. The reason why I want to try these jeans is because they look so baggy, but in the waist they look so fitted. And usually with Levi's, I feel like if you know your size, I go up one in all Levi's size, so I would get a 28. Then they fit perfect, but I just feel like with like similar to Inner Best, with Levi's, what you see is what you get. And so I'm really, really hoping that these look cute. I am so excited to buy them. I'll definitely keep you guys updated. But again, it's a fashion item, so I wasn't able to get that many, like that much information on the deals, which I'm so sorry about. Product number 21 is this sweater with some large stitching. Now it does look like this one's gonna be around 40% off. I do believe that was only for this color. It might change depending on the color and size that you get, but a really nice fall staple sweater as well. And then we also have a green blazer. Now this brand, I've purchased a couple blazers and like suit pieces from, and I love them. They are so chic, so trendy. They fit really nice. They wash and dry easily. And this one is going to be around 38% off. I am considering buying the green though, because I have some black and I'm trying to like get a little bit better about buying more like sophisticated pieces and wearing them in a day-to-day setting just because I love that look. So maybe this is on my wish list, haven't quite decided, but 38% off, you can't go wrong with that. Number 23, this Pumi long sleeve tee is very similar to like a Spanx material. It just feels very fitted and snug, kind of sucks you in without suffocating you, and it does look like it's going to be 30% off. I believe that Pumi kind of across the board had all of their stuff at around like 20 to 30% off, but don't quote me on that. I also love that this is similar to a bodysuit without actually being a bodysuit. So if you like that fitted look, but you can't stand the snaps at the bottom, you are going to be able to tuck this in and it's going to give off that same vibe, which is really nice. Number 24, we have the Gym People women's half zip pullover. This is always a top seller of mine. It's always a top seller, I think, for everybody because it's such a good pullover. It's very thick. It does have the little thumb holes, which if you have long arms, it's not that comfortable. Like these are never that comfortable on me. I'm 5'9", got really, really long arms. This is perfect. I actually have these in a couple colors. I have gray and white, and I wear them to the gym in the cooler months in the morning just because I think it's of course a little bit easier, and then you do have that zip in the front so you can like pull it off without completely messing up your hair. But also you could just wear this as an athleisure piece too. So no sale info on that one, but I do have it on the next piece. This is such a good staple tee. So number 25 is the Trendy Queens oversized boxy tees, 30% off. This is an amazing boxy basic tee. I have a few colors of this. I will say it's pretty casual though. I'm not sure you're gonna be able to style this up that much, if at all. It's definitely the tee that I wear with like leggings. I mean, I can wear it with like straight leg jeans, but like if I'm even trying to wear like booties and just still have a basic outfit, I feel like this is a pretty casual t-shirt to do that with. So something to keep in mind definitely for a more casual girl in a more casual setting, but it still washes and dries gray, and they do have a variety of colors. The women's Adidas Grand Court sneakers are a really, really good staple sneaker. I will say they're a little bit heavier than some others, but it does look like Adidas has a lot of really good items on the Amazon like big deal days. So just definitely check, you know, what your list is. I always say this because I think they're kind of always a brand that like has a ton of stuff. Make sure you check your list. Don't just buy it because it's on a sale. Make sure it makes sense in your closet. If you don't need a white athleisure sneaker, don't get these. They have a ton of other options that, you know, are really, really good. But for the girls who are looking for a solid white sneaker that's not a bad price point, that's comfortable and fits well, Adidas is a great, great, great place to start. I love pretty much anything I've ever purchased from Adidas, to be honest with you. Number 27, I mean, I think everyone has their own version of these now, but these I think are the most similar to the Heaven Mayhem, I believe is the brand. Such a good, beautiful pair of earrings. Easy, lightweight, they're easy to style with, you know, a formal dress or leggings and a t-shirt. Like, they're just a great pair of earrings, so I wanted to include them in today's video. And then number 28, the Mary Janes. Now, I saw a variety of shoes on the Prime Big Deal Days list, but to be honest, I feel like shoes with Amazon, it's just such a hit or miss for me. So I wanted to include these. I got some requests, but I do love the return policy. And that's not just for Prime Day. Like, I think that buying shoes, that's where it almost comes in for the hit, because if you do end up having the miss, then it's like you can just very easily return them. So that's just my 2 cents on that. These aren't necessarily my style, but I did want to include them because I had some requests for people to say like, hey, I'm not just interested in sweaters and stuff, like I want shoes too. And Mary Janes are something that I have mentioned in my fall trends videos. Product number 29 is 55% off, and I have it in 6 colors. There's a good chance I'm gonna buy a few more today because I wear these all the time. I have 2 of them in the gray because I wear the gray so much that like I just needed it more than it was even clean. I have like black, white, I have the green you're seeing, I have blue, brown. I mean, you name it, I've got it. And so I'll probably buy like pink, purple, like a little bit, you know, more fun, bright colors today, because 55% off is amazing. Now, product number 30, we are actually into the fitness category. Don't have a ton of things, but I did want to include some things because while I do go to the gym now, have a lot of, hey, I know that you used to work out at home, and what were some things that you would either like, you wish you had, or you would have now if you worked out at home. 1000%, as it said, Bosu ball. This is one of the things that we use at the gym like all the time. And it is one of those items that every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I'm not ready. I don't want to do it. But I leave that gym and I'm like, I feel so strong. I feel like I got my butt kicked today, and it makes specifically your shoulders. They're called bus drivers. You literally hold the ball and you just twist for as long as possible. Oh, your shoulders will be on fire and they will look so good the next day. And that is just one exercise. There are so many that you can do with this. So I highly recommend, if you are looking to add something to your home gym, maybe start with this. Number 31, this is a fashion item, but I wanted to include it simply because it is an exercise workout tank that I actually was wearing this morning. It is 15% off, and it is the Sears Yoga Butterlux tank. Now, pretty much anything Sears Yoga, like, I am just obsessed with and wear all the time to the gym. But one of the reasons why I like their workout tanks is the built-in bras are actually so good. Like they're not ones that like your boobs are gonna fall out of the bottom or it's gonna be loose and just almost feel like it's just, oh yeah, look, we have some that have bras that like it actually feels like you're wearing a sports bra. So cannot recommend those enough. Just make sure you get your true size that your chest would be. So I usually wear a large and they fit perfect. Number 32, I also wanted to put this in the fitness category, just more like fitness and health. These de-bloating pills are in a 2-pack and absolutely unreal with how quickly they work. They don't make your stomach hurt. They don't have any weird, crazy side effects. I have taken these not every day because I just don't think you should ever take something every day that's like gonna help you go. Or, you know, just for bloating in general, like if you have bloating every day, you probably need to get to the root cause of it and not just like continue to take something like this. But I would say like I've been taking these on and off for a year maybe, and they are so good. And I definitely keep these when I travel. So just a little 2-pack of de-bloating pills. The next one is the Peloton. It looked like the discount that was available for the Peloton kind of depended on the model that you get, but I think they had a handful of models, not a ton, but they were on a Prime Day deal. With Amazon, you can get these shipped to your house, but just know you are going to have to schedule a delivery. At least when I was looking at my, like buying my Peloton, that was something that like they made you check that like you understood you were gonna have to schedule a delivery. So still kind of gonna be the same process as if you were to buy it online, but it's on a deal today. Number 34, I wanted to include because I see these on TikTok Shop all the time and they intrigue me. 32% off for the squat assistance machine. I think that one of the things that always gets me is like people say this is really nice if you don't have like strong knees or you're, you know, coming back from an injury and you can't yet do a squat, but you really want to. This is a squat assistance machine. So of course it's going to make it a little bit easier for you. So 32% off. And number 35, let me tell you, if there is anything that I can put you on, let it be a weighted vest. I walk with my weighted vest and I think it takes my walks and just turns the dial up to 10. This one actually has a phone holder with it as well, which is really nice because, I mean, I always end up holding my phone anyway, just so I can change my music, but the weighted vest just makes such a difference. Like even Sam the other night ran with one and I was like, you're insane. And he was like, I used to do it in high school all the time. I'm like, yeah, but you're a grown man. Like, why are you running with a weighted vest now? Like, it's just crazy. And he's like, it just makes the run like harder. It makes it better. Do not go too heavy. You don't need anything super crazy. I believe now we have a 4, 6, and 8 because I've kind of worked my way up and he ran the other day with a 6. So couldn't get a ton of info on that specific deal, but such a good one. And then this 3-pack of tank tops is 31% off. These are very similar to some tanks that I used to have from Free People. And now I've like pretty much replaced them with all of these and I wear them nonstop. Now, to be honest, you can wear these without a bra. They're a little bit low on the side and they're gonna show your nips if you do end up wearing these. However, when I'm working out, I just wear a sports bra, so you will see the sports bra underneath, and then you won't see anything in the front. So you do have an option to wear them by themselves or as an athletic piece, but 31% off for the whole 3-pack is amazing, and they have so many different color combos. Now, number 37, we're into the home items. I have a lot of random things, and I will say there are some things that just kind of got shoved into the home category because I wasn't sure where to put them, and this is one of them. It is just a 2-pack of outlet splitters. To be honest, like little things like this always do really well for me on Prime Day deals because they're just so random but so convenient. You never know when you're gonna need these, and since I like have a million plugins and lights and cameras and all those things, I feel like I just can never have too many of these. So I like that it has like 3 plugins at the bottom, and then it has like different types of phone chargers at the top. So a really, really good one that's just super random. Also, number 38, this farmhouse table. So it is 63 inches. It's a farmhouse console table. I love this. I cannot get enough of like the scalloped detail right now. And I'm really like, girl, you gotta stop. Like, you have to stop. I even wanted to order my Christmas cards with a scallop detail and I was like, stop. But this table is so fun. Do I need a new console table? No. Am I thinking about getting this one anyway? Yeah. So I wanted to include it because I feel like the color is also just gorgeous. And then number 39, like this is one of those things I just needed to put it somewhere. I am such a color-coded girl, and I feel like I always get requests to share office supply stuff, but it's just not something that like fits naturally into my videos. So I was like, okay, let's share some office stuff in this video, and I love color-coded pins. So this is a pack of 16 colored pins from Bic, and they're on a deal today. Number 40, I'm gonna just go ahead and share. My gift guides are launching this Friday. You guys, this is like the #1 gift that is on almost every single one of my gift guides because I got this late last year. You can't see it off screen, but I have mine plugged in right now. And this is like the perfect Secret Santa gift, the perfect gift that you can get someone if you're like, I don't know what else to get them. You can get them this candle warmer and then your favorite candle, boom, perfect gift. This is a lamp that's actually going to warm up that candle, make the scent like go all throughout the air, but it doesn't have a flame. So the candle itself does not get used up. And that is what is like so shocking to me. My Jo Malone candle has been like burned for hours and hours and hours and hours. And it looks like I opened it yesterday because the wick has never actually been lit. My whole house smells so heavenly and it's all because of this. So this is a great Secret Santa gift, great coworker gift, great I don't know what to give somebody gift. I'm telling you, you're gonna see this all over my gift guides this year. And then number 41, I did want to include this because truly, I don't think they still have our size that we wanted, but this was the Christmas tree that we had in our old house. We needed something significantly larger at this house and they didn't have the size that we wanted. And I was bummed because this is one of the most beautiful artificial Christmas trees I have ever in my life seen. It comes pre-lit and flocked. And I feel like a flock tree already looks significantly more like decorated. Like you pull it out of the box and it already looks nicer than just a regular tree, but we can't do real trees in this house. My husband and his allergies absolutely cannot happen. So this was just like one of the most beautiful trees ever. And I was so sad that we could not get it in our larger size, but I wanted to make sure that I included it in my Prime Deal videos because I really feel like that Christmas tree like doesn't get enough credit. I loved that thing. Number 42, if you're a DIY girly, this is on a deal today. It is an electric pump. And one of the things that I love is those little pieces, you see them like little white, they almost look like little flowers. So those actually hold the balloon. So they're going to make making a balloon arch significantly easier. My mom got one of these pumps when we started kind of being DIY balloon pump girlies or balloon arch girlies. And let me tell you, this takes the amount of time that it would take to use a hand pump for a balloon arch and cuts it into like a 1/16 of that. So very, very important if you were a DIY girly. And I will say, my mom and I are just, we have a little fear of like fire and things exploding. It can get pretty hot. So one of two things you should do. Definitely the first one. Number one, you should probably turn it off every 10 minutes. You can get a lot of balloons done in 10 minutes. But you should probably turn it off, let it kind of cool down a little bit, and then restart it. Or number two, you can sit it on an air vent while you're using it. I know some people say like you shouldn't blow cold air into something while it's actively heating, but it definitely gets very hot, so just something to know. Number 43, another thing that I don't think gets near enough credit is our old bed frame with a hydraulic lift. The only reason why we got rid of this is because our ceiling height is just so tall that the actual headboard looked so low to the ground and it looked crazy and we just didn't like it. But we loved that bed. Like the hydraulic lift was so convenient because Sam could with one hand and little effort pick up the strap, just pull that bad boy up, and I could like grab things out from underneath the bed and it would stay up all on its own. He would usually stand there just to make sure it didn't fall on top of me, but I didn't need him there. That hydraulic lift is so convenient if you want storage under your bed. I mean, I'm talking one hand, he just barely with like little effort and it would go all the way up, and our mattress was pretty heavy. So that's another one of those things like I was bummed to get rid of, but just look wise, it did not look right in our bedroom here. Number 44, the Samsung Frame TV. We actually have one right here and then the other one is in our bedroom. We actually found out, okay, your home is done, you can move into it, it's finished building, bank loan, everything is secured. On Prime Day of 2023. And I said, I'm going to buy these Samsung Frame TVs for our new house. So on Prime Day in 2023, I bought these. They came in, I want to say like a day or two later, and we installed them almost right away just so we could get the boxes out of the way and have zero complaints about them since. The sound quality is amazing. We absolutely love the picture quality. They look so good. And there have been so many times people be like, wait, that's a TV? Oh my gosh, it looks amazing because it just fits with the room really nicely. And so you don't necessarily walk in and like notice that it is a TV, but you may notice like lack of TV and then be like, oh, that's the television. It is like truly one of my favorite Amazon purchases of all time. Number 45, this is 58% off. This is a Shark AI robot mapping vacuum. Now, one of the things that I know I probably got you with is AI. People are like, oh, I don't like it. I have found that with things like this, I'm willing to kind of let AI be involved, because whenever things are mapping your house and you're kind of letting it make a smart, like the AI is kind of just like, it's thinking for you, it's really nice, because if it can go, hey, you know, I'm looking at this mess and this part of the floor has a lot more mess than this part, it will like auto turn up the vacuum and the suction power will be a little bit stronger. So don't just think that it's like the worst thing in the world, but again, I did want to share because it's 58% off on this sale. And then number 46 is the Shark Upright Vacuum. This was the top seller of mine during the July Prime Day, and it's 27% off. I did have, I shared this story. My mom, she's very much so like me. She loves a good robot vacuum. She's serious about her cleaning supplies. I did say one time like, hey, you know, do you have like a favorite vacuum or anything? Like, I know you also have the Dyson or whatever. And she was like, oh, well, if I want like the strongest vacuum ever, I'm going to use my Shark plug-in vacuum. And I was like, why do you say that? And she goes, anything that you plug in my opinion, is just stronger. And she was like, and I love my Shark. And it's this vacuum. And it was a top seller in July. So 27% off, you can't go wrong. Really good price point. And then number 47, I will say, I don't know if the regular calendar is on a deal, but I did see that the Max calendar, which is $27, is on a deal today, and it's a little expensive. By a little, I mean a lot. So I would not get the 27-inch calendar if it were me. But I believe it's going to be on a deal. I just could not find it in the deals list. I absolutely love my Skylight calendar. Like, I cannot explain to you how much I thought I was a like pen to paper girl until I got my Skylight calendar. It is the best thing ever. My husband and I both have apps on our phone. It auto syncs as soon as we add anything. We can meal prep, we can write to-do lists on here, we can do grocery lists. He is constantly looking at it to know what my schedule is. He's adding things to it. It is the most convenient thing we have ever had in our home. And one of the reasons why I realized I'm not a digital calendar girl is that it has nothing to do with the calendar. It is that I have to open up my phone, unlock it, go to the calendar app, then look at the calendar, versus this, that it just sits and it's just a calendar. And I cannot say enough good things about it. If I do get up on Prime Day, when I am watching this video back live with you guys, I will definitely make sure that I add the regular Skylight calendar under, so this is number 47. Under number 47, I'll have the Skylight Max link and the regular link if that one is on a deal. Again, I believe it will be, but I just couldn't find that when I was digging through the early list. Number 48, this stone bath mat's really nice. And one of the reasons why I actually think that this is so convenient is we have stone dish mats here. And when I tell you they absorb water so fast, I mean it. So I think this is kind of a cool feature because it's the same thing, but for your feet outside of your tub. And it would just be super nice if you don't want like a fabric bath mat. It's just going to soak up the water and it's not going to sit wet. Number 49. I mean, did we think I was going to share a Prime Day video without sharing this? I recently got my mom on the Tinco vacuum game and she is like, this is the best thing I've ever had in my life. Because it's basically like, she actually said, she was like, before I had a dog to clean up after your kids, she was like, it was such a pain because I was having to vacuum and mop. And she's like, and now I do have a dog, but even then still sometimes there's like messes I don't want her to eat. And she was like, this is like a dog. And I said, it is. It just vacuums and mops your floor. So if you have children, I cannot recommend it enough. It's easy to clean, has a self-cleaning cycle. Truthfully, this is a Christmas gift that Sam got me in 2023 and I had wanted one for so long because it was taking me so long to vacuum and mop this floor. And after having it, it's like, the weighted vest and this, like those two things, and the Skylight calendar, like of all the products that I'm going to share over the next 2 days, those are the top 3 that you should definitely be influenced to buy by me. Number 50, we're into the kitchen category. And let me tell you, these appliance wipes, buy them. Oh my goodness, anything from this brand. I have the washing machine cleaner, dishwasher cleaner, ice machine cleaner, and these wipes. These are kind of multi-surface wipes, but basically for appliances. They don't leave streaks. They get the handprints off. They get the stickiness off. It works on stainless steel, black stainless steel. It works on black appliances. Like, this is just such a convenient way to just pull a wipe out, almost like a baby wipe, clean something down and then toss it. And it's not some like specific spray. I feel like the stainless steel cleaner that I had, I mean, you would spend every bit of like 3 different whole sets of like wiping the fridge down before the product was fully buffed off. And these are just like, I don't know, there's just the perfect amount of product on each wipe. Like, I cannot recommend this brand enough, which is why I have not stopped talking about it in the last couple months. Next up, we have number 51. This flat top griddle is so convenient, to be honest. If you're someone who like doesn't have either the space for a grill or the desire for a grill, there's still just sometimes it's easier to cook on a griddle than a stovetop, in my opinion. And like, sometimes we prefer bigger steaks or to cook more quantity than our stove will fit. And I feel like a griddle is just very convenient. So this is also something that we have on our Prime Day list. Number 52, I am so excited to share this product because I actually mentioned in the July Prime Day that I would be buying this, and I am obsessed with this thing on another level. So when this came in, it's about this big. I got 2, 1 for each fridge. And I shared this story already. I had spaghetti in the fridge from like the night before or whatever, and every time you would open up the fridge, it would just like smack you with this spaghetti smell. I stuck this in the fridge, and I thought this was like, it would help deodorize just like bad smells or just like random, you know, smells throughout the time. No, very next time I opened up the fridge, there was no spaghetti smell. You literally could open the fridge now and there is 0 scent that comes out of it. This is the best thing ever. I could not get specifics on the deals for this one, but I think it was like, I want to say mine was like $16 or $15 maybe, and it lasts for a decade. So a great, great price point for how powerful this thing is. I mean, I'm telling you, that spaghetti smell was smacking us, and it just disappeared. Number 53, these ribbed oven mitts are 61% off. Now I have some of these in like the square style. It's not the like true mitt, it's just like kind of almost the pot holder. And I swear something about like the ribbed part, you can like just stand there and hold something that was like on fire and it would not make your hands burn. These things are magic. I'm not even kidding. And I did not realize that not all oven mitts are made equal until I bought KitchenAid oven mitts. And then I was like, oh yeah, no, these are very, very nice. So 61% off. We also have these mixing bowls with airtight lids that are 52% off. I always love things like this because the bowls are also nesting. So I find them very, very easy to store, but the airtight lid is a really nice feature. Number 55, this upright Ninja waffle maker is one of our favorites because one, I don't know what it is about like the waffle maker that like lays flat and you twist it, like it just was always a mess. And this is such an easy waffle maker to clean. It's so straightforward. You literally put the dial up to how dark you want your waffle, one being like a super white, kind of like doughy waffle. And I believe it goes up to like 6 maybe. Okay, it goes up to 5, being like a super, super like crispy waffle. And you just pour the batter in, it will beep. You open it up. I mean, it's very straightforward, but I feel like this was just easier to clean. So again, you're not gonna ever be disappointed with a Ninja appliance, and that one is 20% off. And then number 56 is this portable crock pot with a thermometer and a secure traveling lid. This one will be 33% off on early Prime Day deals. So I love a good crock pot. I love temping food. I'm very religious about that. So I think this is kind of great, but I do also love that it has that travel lid feature with it. Number 57, these Pyrex glass dishes. To be fully transparent, my mom has Pyrex dishes that she got on her wedding registry. She's been married to my father for like 37 years. I don't know how they've managed to like last this long, just like from one of her children not breaking it, but she does. She literally still has some of these. So they are going to last you for a very, very long time. And then number 58 is that same Active brand, but it's the washing machine cleaner. And I think I shared this the other day in an early Prime Day video. So my washing machine did not stink. It didn't have an odor, but this almost made it smell fresh. Like it was just strange. It didn't smell like it had a cleaning product in it. It doesn't leave a residue, but it almost just smelled fresher. And I absolutely loved it. So I can't recommend anything from that brand enough, you guys. I'm telling you, you're not ever gonna hear me shut up about it. Now we are into kind of like the outdoor category. And starting out, I wanted to include these bike racks for the wall. The reason being is I think I shared, it might've been early Prime Day video in July. It might've been in one of my regular videos. This was a top seller. And I was like, come again? But to be honest, like we have these and Sam absolutely loves them. He has 2 bikes. He stores his this way. He stores the boys this way. Like it is really a convenient thing, but I just found that to be hilarious because I really didn't put much emphasis on them and you guys ate them up. Number 60 is this Callaway golf bag. It'll be about 15% off. Now I know that people who golf are very particular about their products, but I do know that men who golf always love golf things. Like when my dad used to be really into it, it was like you could just never fail with getting him a golf anything. So if you know someone who needs a new golf bag, it's gonna be 15% off on Prime Big Deal days. And then this next item is always a top seller because I think it's truly so convenient. You never know when you're gonna need a jump start and there's gonna be no one around. So this is a battery jump starter that is basically rechargeable and you can use it yourself without any other car being involved. Now you are going to need to look into kind of like what size engine you have and what size jump starter kit you need, but it's a pretty straightforward machine and just so convenient. And again, you just never know when you're gonna need it. Like anytime I have needed to be jumped off, like I've always been very fortunate that there was someone there who not only knew what to do, but had jump cables or whatever. And this, it can all be done by you very quickly, and that can really save you. Number 62, these rechargeable hand warmers are gonna be 42% off on the Prime Big Deal days. I used to love these whenever I was a cheerleader. We would stick them in our pockets. Well, actually they weren't rechargeable. So we had like the packets that you would like bust and then shake. So now that they have rechargeable ones, it's really nice because those are probably way more convenient, but we would shove them into our pockets during games. And then that was how we kept our hands warm. Well, now as a mom, like once my kids are in sports and it's cold out, I'll just get these because they're rechargeable. You literally just hold on to them. They're so convenient. And again, 42% off on the Prime Big Deal days. Number 63, we have this smokeless fire pit. I'm a sucker for a good fire pit, I'm not gonna lie. And I always get asked to share outdoor like chairs, fire pits, anything like that. And so I like that this one is smokeless. My parents have a smokeless fire pit. It's not this exact one. And they love it and use it all the time in the fall. So I wanted to make sure that I included it on today's video. And then we are moving into the tech category. Again, not super huge, but I do have this 5-foot power strip. I personally have this and I use it all the time for, again, like filming. I keep it with my filming equipment because you just never know when you're gonna need an extra 5-foot cable. But it's nice because you can kind of wrap this one up a little bit nice and tight if you don't need it, and it's not difficult to wrap up like some other ones. It does have 3 like regular plugins at the bottom and then charging ports at the top, so really convenient. And then number 65, I also always get asked to share camera equipment. So this is a Canon EOS R50 mirrorless, and I believe R stands for Rebel, but I could be wrong about that. Anything Canon, I'm a Canon girl through and through. Just such a good high quality brand. They didn't have deal info on this one as well, but I always get asked to share like what I'm filming equipment. I use the EOS 80D, but the R50 I do hear a lot of good things about. Number 66, I actually have one of these in a different color. It's like a light beige color. This is gonna be 27% off. It is an electric cord organizer. And I really like these that have the soft pockets, but also I like these that have the like double-sided zipper, because I find that when I'm traveling, it's just a little bit more convenient because I can keep all my phone stuff in one side and laptop stuff in the other side. And that way I'm not like digging through a million cords when I'm traveling. I know if I need something for my phone, it's on this side, it's in this pocket. Like it's just a little bit more convenient, but it's not overly large and it's fairly lightweight too. Number 67 is the Fitbit Versa 4. I also get requests for a lot of like Fitbit trackers. I'm not sure. I didn't see Aura in an early list. I will keep you guys updated on my Instagram if I do end up seeing it. But Fitbits are great. They always have been. And this is a watch that definitely is a fraction of the cost of some other smartwatches out there. So I did see that one included on the deal, and I wanted to make sure that I shared it today. And then the last tech item is the Rory portable charger. This one's gonna be 20% off. I love a good portable charger. I'm all about them. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with those. It's literally a portable charger, but I think it's just because we live in a world where we have so many devices around us that always need to be charged. So this one looks really nice and 20% off. It already was a pretty good price point too, but 20% is great. I do have one travel item, and it is these compression packing cubes. And I'm going to be honest, I felt kind of dumb because I hear people talk about compression packing cubes and I didn't quite understand it. I was just like, it's a packing cube, like what? I didn't realize there was like a double zipper to like really, so you pack everything in, you zip it up, and then you zip the compression and it like really shrinks it down that much more. Yeah, I will definitely be getting myself some of these on Prime Day because I have a trip next week to California with YouTube, and I'm going to be using my compression packing cubes because I love to be able to fit extra stuff in my suitcase if possible. Now we are into the baby category. If you are not interested, or baby and kid, if you're not interested in these, then thank you so much for watching. Prime Day is always a lot. I like to keep my videos kind of the same style just so you guys know what to expect, but I'm just always so grateful for you guys and always completely in awe of how many of you watch my videos and just love them. So number 70 is the Even Flow Pivot Stroller Car Seat System. I'm going to be honest with you, had I known just like, well, I mean, I didn't plan Roman. He was a surprise. So I didn't know how quickly we would have 2 kids back to back. Like, I wish I wouldn't have bought the like Up a Baby Vista V2, like the whole stroller thing. I love our Even Flow car seats so much. I probably would have leaned more into Even Flow as my kind of primary brand for my kids' car seats, strollers, and all that, had I known then what I know now. So when I saw this, I was like, you know, I need to mention that, because as a mother of 2, I just wish someone would have told me like, hey, Even Flow is really, really good, but I just didn't know how good. The next product, number 71, is this outdoor car 2-seater. Now, I love things like this. Our boys have a dump truck that is a 2-seater. And I just think it is one of the most amazing things ever, because the amount of times when they're like having full-on meltdowns, I'm like, let's go ride a dump truck. And they're like, okay. And they just love getting outside and like driving their car. And it's like the days when I can tell they like don't want to go outside and play, which doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does. This is just really nice. It fits 2 kids, so there's no fighting unless it is over who gets to drive. And even then we just set a timer and it's really easy. So I'm very pro like kid cars. I love them. And I love this little style for kids. Number 72, I am such a Melissa and Doug lover, and my boys actually have this one. So this is the dentist kit, and it's gonna be 50% off. Melissa and Doug can be a little bit expensive in my opinion, but it is really, really good. So I absolutely love all of their toys. I feel like they really encourage children to use their imagination. And so this little dentist kit, 50% off, is great. Number 73 is the Melissa and Doug grocery store register for 48% off. And I actually think this is something Sam and I are going to consider getting the boys for Christmas, just because they have one of these at the Children's Museum that our boys go to, and they absolutely love it. So Melissa and Doug is also very durable. Like, it is, I'm pretty sure this exact one, and I'm pretty sure it's Melissa and Doug. So if it can handle the traffic of a children's museum, it can handle my home for sure. Number 74 is the Mom Cozy Stroller Organizer. I love this. I used this all the time back when I had my regular stroller, and even now, like the wagon that I have for both of my boys came with one of these. It's not this exact brand, but it came with one. It is just like the most convenient thing ever. It holds way more than you think it will. It's like, basically, instead of carrying a purse, I just stuff everything in that. So more or less, I use mine as like my purse rather than stuff for my kids. And I think that's really convenient. So I did want to share that. And then number 75, probably our most used and underrated item ever, 31% off these muslin burp cloths in a little pack. We had these in light blue for Ezra. We had so many of them, and even then we still ordered a few more in darker colors for Roman. And I just like, I think we only got rid of them a couple weeks ago, because obviously like Roman's too, he hasn't used a burp cloth in forever, but I was like telling Sam how new they look. Like, they literally look brand new. They've been washed and dried and went through 2 children. And they look brand new. Muslin burp cloths are just built to last. So 31% off for that little pack, and you can get whatever colors you want. And with that being said, we are done with Prime Day 1 video. I didn't have as many, like I didn't get as many discount and deals and things with this video as I usually prefer to have. But the way that they sent out the deals this year was like a little bit different. Anyway, I believe we have a little bit more deal info tomorrow if you guys are very heavy on the discounts. But again, I really want you to use this video as a guide more than like an absolute. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, click that subscribe button if you're new here, and come back tomorrow. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.